Before I waft this down, can you just tell them like what you were telling me the other day? Is that even a song? Good morning, beautiful people. Let me first explain what this video is, because you're probably a little bit confused. So yeah, there are so many people eating like healthy, crazy, cool that I thought I would just come here and deliver you the ultimate one, you know, the real deal, the real thing. Looking back over my what I ate in a day videos, my full day of eating, like day in the life vlogs, all of those types of things, I definitely always try and give you guys new recipe ideas and like lots of variety, show you new things all the time that you can try, to try and make a whole foods, like a mainly whole foods, vegan, plant-based diet look enjoyable, tasty, easy, etc. But apparently I'm just completely abnormal for eating huge portions. I personally think that everyone else in the world just eats tiny portions. And then me and Steph, because she's the only other person in the world that eats the same amount as me, that I know of, we're actually the normal ones. Do you know what I'm saying? I stand by what I'm saying. I stand by what I'm saying. So yeah, I thought I would just dedicate a whole video to the foods, I guess, that I'm most known for eating, such as, you know, my huge fruit platters, giant Buddha bowls, everything smothered in tahini, lots of different creamy pasta recipes that I've created, The thing is, guys, I don't understand what all the fuss is about. Like, I don't even eat that much. Like, someone made a video about me recently. It was actually a really nice video, but they were kind of like saying that if they ate like me, their stomach would explode. I can understand that to some degree because I do eat giant portions sometimes. Always. I've said it millions of times before, but my stomach is a big black hole. And it just needs to be filled, you know, it needs to be filled with lots of good ass tasty food. But like in those particular videos where people are like, oh my god, like I could never stomach that amount of greens, I didn't even eat that much in those videos. Like I was just showing one plate of food. When in reality I can eat like 2 or 3. So I don't know, I feel like commenting on the way that other people eat is kind of, I don't know, it's a personal thing. Everyone has their own different way of eating, right? And I respect that as long as it works for you and as long as it's vegan. Apparently I consume big portions, but to me it's just completely normal. And people like to comment on it and replicate it and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what? This is a really bad analogy, but I feel like it's the way that sometimes my diet, my diet, like I don't have a diet, but like the way that I prefer to eat, the way that I do eat, the way that I show you that I eat, is like often overanalyzed. But it's like, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, as you should know if you're a regular around here, the way that Healthy Crazy Cool starts his days is always, yes, even in winter, been going strong with this for probably like the last year and a half. Since my trip to Bali in the end of 2019, I don't think I've had a day when I didn't start with a lot of whole fresh fruit. It just makes me feel amazing. I enjoy it after I exercise, it's really hydrating. So that's what we're gonna do. And also when I eat fruit, I don't just have like a little bit of fruit. I have a lot, then plus like a thick chocolate peanut butter cup smoothie. I'm gonna show you how to make the best chocolate peanut butter cup smoothie. I know I've shown you before, but I've vamped up the recipe even more. That completely rhymed. I know I've shown you before, but I've bumped up the recipe even more. So yeah, we're gonna start with a bunch of fresh fruit. Right now, I'm absolutely in love with the peeled Disapo melons. The cantaloupes have been letting me down. Persimmon or Sharon fruit season is over, which I am very, very depressed about. But then I'm also telling myself, do you know what, Miles? Do you actually know what, yeah? Like it's only a few months until summer, kind of. A few months till spring, and then I can start eating watermelons again, and then everything will be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna dive into some fruit, and then I'm gonna show you how to make the world's creamiest, thickest, most satisfying peanut butter cup smoothie. Yeah. As a melon expert, all I need to do is give it a little sniff, and I know it's a sweet one. Oh my lord, that is sweet. The other funny thing, yeah, is that I completely forgot what I was saying because I'm thinking about this melon. So you're gonna have to give me a second. Cheers. These ones, they're actually quite big. I was gonna say they're as big as my head, but I actually have a small head. That head, but oh my gosh, these are sweet. I'm getting really uncomfortable here. And especially because I don't want to keep saying this, but like, obviously over the last 6 months, I did lose a lot of weight unintentionally, not gonna go into it now. So now that I have gained like, I think 4 or 5 kilos of them back, which is a good thing. But because my metabolism is so fast, and I still work out regularly, I need to eat even more. The thing is that I just really enjoy like calorie dilute foods. Again, I don't track calories, don't count calories, really don't give a shit about calories. But for example, my favorite fruit is melon. And so in order for me to get enough calories from melon, if I'm just having melon for the morning, like I literally need to eat 2 or 3 of these. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is, you guys think I eat a lot, but you don't even know the half of it. How do you guys start your day? Like, do you actually, if you don't start it with fruit, what do you start it with? How do you start the day with dry food? I will never understand. Anyways, this is melon number 1, and I would give this one a good 9 out of 10. It's very sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna waft this down, and then I'll be back with breakfast part 2 and 3 and 4. Yeah. It doesn't look like a good one. It smells like a good one. I think it's a good one. Is that recorded? It is recording. All right, breakfast part 2. Yes, more fruit. Do you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. This is actually a sweet one. Like I said, the cantaloupe, no, it's not a sweet one. I give this like a 6 out of 10. It's funny because I still get so many comments on my videos. I feel like, do you know what? I feel like most vegans do. But specifically people like me who still eat a lot of fruit, because it's like always constant comments like, oh my God, it's so much sugar in one go. How can you eat that much fruit in one go? But the thing is, for someone like me who actually has a massive sweet tooth, eating natural sugar, a lot of natural sugar from fresh fruit, not only makes me feel amazing, always nourishes my skin really well from the inside out as well. Don't forget, vitamin C is very important for collagen synthesis. I feel like most people just don't eat enough of it. It's funny though, because I know those types of people that still say, oh, like, why are you eating so much fruit? It's got so much sugar in it. They're the kind of people that avoid fruit and then go and eat refined carbohydrates and desserts and cake and cookies and brownies. And whilst I love eating all of those things as well, on a daily basis, I don't crave refined sugar because I eat so much healthy sugar and get that natural sweet satisfaction from nature's candy. So I can honestly say that this video is really not supposed to be an educational one. And I've ranted about this before, but for anyone that like is constantly craving sweet things, eat more damn fruit. Any kind of fruit. Anything that's sweet and nourishing and full of fiber. Yeah. Even though this one's not that sweet. This, my friends, is how you make the world's best chocolate peanut butter cup smoothie. And it's the healthiest one as well. And you will love it. I've got about 4 large squishy medjool dates there. Remember to take the pips out. Make that mistake all the time. Protein powder. This is the Ritual one from Vivo Life. It's the dark chocolate flavor and it's absolute bomb in this mix. Lots and lots of salted, creamy, actually it's not creamy, it's crunchy, peanut butter. I literally put about 4 tablespoons in there, but a couple spoons of hemp seeds. This makes it even creamier. Lots of omega-3s and protein as well. To make this even thicker, I'm gonna put a couple spoons of coconut yogurt, and some oat milk. Cheers. This. So yeah, 3 or 4 large medjool dates. If you're using smaller ones, maybe put more in. Again, if you have a good blender like a Vitamix, then you don't need to pre-soak them, but I'm using a NutriBullet, so yeah. 2 to 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. That's one thing I realize as well, that when I've seen some of the videos where people are recreating what I eat and they're always talking about the amount of hemp seeds I consume, and I would definitely say that it's something that I always absolutely consume every single day. 3, 4, 5, sometimes maybe 6, 7 tablespoons, because not only do I put it in my smoothies, I also put it in like yogurt bowls, dessert bowls. I sprinkle them on top of salads or oatmeal, so pretty much goes on everything. 1 scoop of the dark chocolate ritual protein from Vivo Life. I would honestly say about 3 or 4 heaped tablespoons of peanut butter. And yeah, and then just oat milk and blend. And I will see you guys at lunch. And I thought, you know, recently I've been playing around with a lot of different lunches. I go through phases. I've been obsessed with brown rice recently, which is obviously very shocking for me and for everyone that watches me, probably. But I'm gonna bring it back old school style. I guess the thing that I'm most known for eating and the thing that I enjoy eating the most is my huge, colorful Buddha bowls with about 20 different elements in it. And today I'm gonna make a stir fry as well with smoked tofu, lots of veggies, a tahini sauce in the stir fry. It's gonna be bomb. Anyways, I'll see you at lunch. Cheers. Did you look at that deep purple color? That's when you know it's a sweet one. So yeah, I'm gonna roast these up till they're nice and squishy and caramelized, and then build a typical healthy, crazy, cool, massive, ginormous, colorful Buddha bowl. My staple starch since day one has always been sweet potatoes. You know, probably 9 videos out of 10 I'm eating sweet potatoes, whether they're in some kind of curry or roasted, or my favorite starch ever, and I guess the one I really should have bought for this video, is the Japanese white flesh sweet potatoes, because I literally talk about them in every video. Could eat them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, never get tired. So you guys know that whenever I make my typical healthy, crazy, cool Buddha bowls, giant bowls, which are apparently abnormally large, but to me they're kind of normal, I always have different elements. Like I always roast something. I usually air fry some tofu or some butter beans or chickpeas for protein. Then I have a lot of raw veggies as well, always creamy avocado and hummus. Today I'm actually gonna switch it up a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna stir fry some bell peppers, some onions, some mushrooms in, am I gonna use coconut oil? I think I'm gonna use olive oil. God guys, do you remember the time when like, if you used a drop of oil in any of your videos, like in the vegan world, that you would get like persecuted for it? Oh my gosh, those were some crazy times. Some sweet smoked paprika, always. Cinnamon. Gonna give this a beautiful lake of runny liquid gold. Look at that. Pourable. Exactly how proper tahini should be. And a little bit of balsamic glaze for extra sweetness. Look how perfectly squishy and caramelized these are. Purple ones are even better. Starchy and sweet. Kind of like cake. So I just air fried the smoked tofu and it is perfectly crispy. Always gotta have the creamy avocado. Beautiful. Alright, well I think this is a very typical healthy, crazy, cool bowl if you've ever seen one. I eat bowls like this all the time. You've seen like probably like 50 million different variations, but there always has to be a lot of color, a lot of different texture, different flavors. Simple foods put together in the right combinations can sometimes be better than like a meal that takes like 3 hours to cook. I've got 2 heads of romaine as the base. This is a very big bowl if you can't tell. And then I've also got some raw kale in there. Don't really eat raw kale that much. My girlfriend loves it and I just kind of stole a bit because I thought it made it look a bit more colourful for Instagram, basically. That was why I put it in there. This is red sauerkraut, dollop of hummus, creamy avocado as always, and a drizzle of sriracha. And again, this mix that I stir-fried, I just stir-fried it in a little bit of garlic-infused olive oil, and then it's mushrooms, bell peppers, onion, and red cabbage as well. And the spices I used were paprika and cinnamon. I love cinnamon with savoury things. It's just incredible. I just love food like this. It's all about the combos. All about the combos, guys. And happily apply to face. Cheers. Babe, do you want to be on camera with me for like 1 minute? Please.
Both in black.
Both in black. We're like two floating heads. Before I waft this down, can you just tell them like what you were telling me the other day about how... So you know how... Do you know what I'm talking about? No, so basically, right, because obviously in this video I'm talking about how so many people think my portion sizes are huge and they think there's no way that I eat as much as I do. But do you want to tell them the actual truth?
You eat even more than you show on camera.
Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
You eat even more than what you show on camera.
Thank you.
Especially in terms of liquid gold, nut butter. Condiments, ketchup.
At least an extra 1,000 calories from like nut butters and tahinis that I don't actually show. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
And what else do I eat at night that I don't show? Do you want to reveal?
Deliciously Ella nut butter cups, almond butter cups, caramel cups, chocolate.
Do we have some in the drawer? Can we show them? I don't snack in between meals in the day. But when it comes to nighttime, I'm a cereal snacker, and I've been recently, babe, it's upside down. It's not upside down.
It's not upside down, what are you talking about?
It's just because I'm high. Yeah, these Deliciously Ella, what are they called? Salted almond
butter.
Salted caramel almond butter cups. Basically, after dinner, I consume way too many of these, and I don't show that on camera either. So.
And chocolate.
And chocolate. Oh, mince. She used to always watch me and then got here and realised I actually eat like a lot more than I even show. Yeah, like so I don't snack in between meals, but after dinner it's kind of just like an eating progression until I fall asleep, basically, right?
Finishing off with... What's that?
Kiss from you.
We're gonna leave that in and beep it out.
I'm not gonna beep it out, I'm gonna leave it out. Anyways, I'm gonna go apply to face, and you all know what's coming next. We are making some cacao, but not any cacao. This is Ceremonial cacao, and we make, when I say we make, my beautiful girlfriend makes. Look at that, that's what you call proper chocolate. It's like 100% chocolate, right?
Yeah, minimally processed, with all the good stuff still in it.
And then we make it with, when I say we, I don't do any of this. And I mean, I'll show you in a minute, but it's basically, it's like a proper hot chocolate. It's like a thick, melted lake of chocolate. So adding in a little bit of maca. This is the one from Vivo Life, I'll link it down below. And it gives it a kind of, caramel. Would you say caramel flavor?
Yes.
Caramel! Can we just appreciate the foam, the frothy bit as well? Cheers. That is next level. Alright guys, today we are reviewing this smooth peanut butter by, this is the one that loads of you who've been telling me to try. It's the one, am I a bit close to the camera? I am, but I also really can't be fucked to adjust that. So this is their own store brand 100% peanut butter, and the only ingredients are peanuts, which would make sense because it's 100% peanuts. Right off the bat, before I've opened it, I can already tell that this is over roasted. The color of it is so dark that it looks like a deep roast peanut butter. So this is definitely over roasted. This is definitely not getting a 10 out of 10 from me, but I do have celery for once. Guys, can we take a look at that? That barely even needed to be churned. Barely. And that's a pretty good texture for a peanut butter. I lied, that's actually pretty thick, but I am still impressed that it didn't need to be churned that much. Here we go. God, I haven't had celery with this for ages. Cheers. If I'm being honest, I'm really not impressed with that. It's over roasted, it's way too thick. It kind of reminds me of Whole Earth. I don't care that it's cheap, it's just not worth having. You can go to Tesco, you can go to Asda and get their 100% peanuts and they're actually pretty good and they're not over roasted. But this is like deep roasted sludge. So even though it's cheap, even though a lot of you guys recommended it, I would definitely definitely would not buy this again. Which is a shame because their almond butter is pretty good.